Good Sunday morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. For my new people, welcome. This is not a political poll. This is a spiritual gathering where I like to think of us as a circle around a fire, raising the vibration of the planet bit by bit, so that it expands and encircles the globe with a little bit of understanding, compassion, and love. Well, isn't that an awesome image? All right, so where I want to go today, there's a tradition, a belief that the Hopis had, that there was a great school of learning. And there was one building that was the most important building of all. It was revered, and it was an education building. And it had 4 levels to it. And so what I would like to do is see what the cards have, see what Spirit has for us today on the 4 levels of learning that the Hopi believed in. So let me drop the camera down and show you what I got. Come on now, drop down. There we go. Okay, so we have the 4 levels of this school. So this is the ground floor. Wait a minute. Ground floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor. This is the Sacred Earth Oracle. This is the Wild Unknown Tarot, and this is the Shaman's Dream. And what I want to do is just see what does Spirit have to say to us today when we are thinking about about education and how we teach our planet, our kids, us, how to be good people in the eyes of Spirit, the Creator, as Hopi says. God, as some of us say. So the ground floor, young people, young. That takes all of us in, okay? This is what they learned of their history, their clan history, their previous worlds. And so there are 9 worlds in Hopi beliefs, I think. I may be wrong with that, but we are definitely in the 4th world, and we are moving into the 5th. Some say we're halfway through the 4th world. Others say, are you kidding? We're probably like at the tail end. But anyway, this is the ground floor of learning. Young people, what's the history in the previous worlds? What does Spirit want to remind us that we're forgetting about in this early education? Motion. So we have the first world, it ended. We have the second world, it ended. Third world, ditto. And now we're in the 4th world, and it's going to end. It's motion. What are we learning from this motion? Well, in this ground floor, we're not even getting there. We're just learning that we had a history of a history that, and it came from, the history came from, according to the Hopi, the Atlantis and Lemuria, along with the Palladians, which kind of blows my mind. It's pretty crazy in a good way. So let's not forget the motion that we're just not here being the only ones. We're in constant motion. Planets before us, worlds before us, worlds after us. And the wild unknown wants us to know about lovers. And it's interesting that in this deck they use, I think it's geese. You'll correct me, I'm sure. But they're migrating. They're traveling. It's all about the motion. And in this card, this card reminds me so much of the Sun card in this deck. They're going to the sun. They're going to illumination. It's just movement. But they're lovers in this moment in time. So what I'm hearing from Spirit, from my guides, is saying, don't be afraid of the motion that we're in right now. Enjoy this time. Love this time. Just love this time. Don't find fault with everything. So that means I keep saying it. Turn off the news. All right. The Shaman's Dream card. We're in motion, lovers, and this is the ground floor, previous worlds, what our history is. And it's a tidy house. But what I like the most about this is what it says underneath the tidy house. Clarity and organization. Certainly, this card can go into these other levels too. But as we teach our young minds about different worlds, and for me, it's opening up to Palladians, Atlanteans, Lemurians. And it's putting it all into a tidy house, getting it organized, loving where I am right now, and knowing that I'm going to be moving into, hopefully, climb up to the second floor. But anyway, it's all about organization and clarity. Cleaning up your house, cleaning up what you think, what maybe history told us, or history books told us. Certainly, the Bible can't be held to account. I grew up, as many of you guys know, as a Catholic. And that Bible had been changed so many times. It's not the teachings of Jesus, it's the teaching of men trying to control people. So I get to open up my eyes and my mind to a new way of thought, and that's motion, lovers, and getting clear. Let's move to the second floor. This, young people learned about the life plan, everything about nature. They produce, in this level, they produced food for the community. They learned that it all started with a prayer, a gift for what they're going to receive from the ground. And this prayer is a reminder of not to destroy the life they enjoy, but to preserve it for the future. And in this second floor, this is where they are encouraged to open up their intuition, encouraged to open up their third eye. They're just starting to get it. And it goes back to nature, working the soil. And when they're working on the soil here, and opening up their third eye, they're finding out maybe that plants can talk and rocks can talk. All right, so the Sacred Earth Oracle. What do you want us to remember on level 2? I'll just repeat myself. Clarity. Interesting. So, level 1, the last card was clarity. As we move to level 2, we're still working on clarity. And look, you can see it feels, well, you can see her mind's eye is opening up. And you can see the crystal of her root chakra, and all of this is about plants. It's all about earth. They learn the chemical substances that make up life, both in our body and on the earth. It's kind of like farm school, right? But only without Monsanto. And the wild unknown, what the wild unknown wants us to remember is the Four of Wands. Again, I go back to the third eye. This looks like it goes, this Four of Wands in regular tarot is a little bit of a celebration. It's kind of like a feast, people are celebrating, maybe it's a feast, a party of some kind. But this is all about focus. Bringing the focus to the center. And I hear not taking more than you need. In the shaman's dream, what do they want us to remember? Vanishing mirror. Ego sublimation. So if we have issues with our ego, turn it into something good. Bring it back to clarity. And when I see this vanishing mirror, I also see our vanishing planet. Well, we are in motion, and we're halfway done with it, according to some. So if this row is all about taking care of the planet, opening up our third eye, just starting that, and seeing where our planet is going from here. Using the chemicals not to destroy, but just know that there are chemicals. We don't need to change the chemicals. And that's what the second world talks about. Obeying the laws. They say do not alter the chemicals. Moving on to the third level. Now the third level, we're old enough now to be in contact with many different people, right? Various minds, ideas. And now we learn in this level our connection to divine source. How the Creator works with mankind. And how to tune in working with the Creator. And when we really understand this, we're able to use our clarity, our mind's eye, our telepathic senses to communicate with all things. What have we forgotten? What does Spirit want us to know right now? Patterns. How do we connect with Spirit? I think Susan Lynn was talking about this recently. patterns. Recurring patterns. Patterns in nature, patterns, just leave it like that. The wild unknown, boom! The Eight of Wands. This is like a bullseye. When we start understanding, when we tune in to the Creator, to the divine source, and we understand what our role is and where we fit in, how not to hurt things, how not to take more than we need, it's like, bam, bullseye, you got it. And then things are going to start happening fast. Also on this level, we're given the teachings of the heart, compassion for others, and understanding. Boom. The whole world opens up to us. In the shamanic dream, hee. Looky, it's a caterpillar. It's one building cat on top of another. I was going to say block, but it's a caterpillar. Raising the vibration one caterpillar at a time. One thing leads to another. Look for the patterns. One thing leads to another. Boom. Boom. All right. Fourth level. This is all about the universe around us, about creation, about divine power, planetary systems, seen and unseen. This happened in the third world, fourth world, this level of education. They're talking about chemicals and planetary systems. Maybe it was, and I may misunderstood, maybe it's early in the fourth world, but nonetheless, they have done this many lifetimes past. When we go into the fourth level, when we graduate from each of these, if we're lucky enough, we get to learn that the Creator has a universal plan and that all we have to do is follow a pattern. I'm using my cheat sheet, that's what it said. Anything that brings harm to a human, anything that is contrary to the peace of mankind, is against the law of the Creator. What does Spirit want to remind us of? Discernment, truth. Who are we listening to? And look at all the plants she's listening to. Who are we listening to? What kind of plant are they? This person we're listening to. Are they healthy? Have they changed the chemicals in their soil so much that there is no nutrients? Is that what they're feeding you now? Information that has no nutrients in it? The wild unknown wants us to remember the Mother of Pentacles. We have everything. and we have comfort. Going back to this. For being a black and white card, this card has such warmth in it. And then the final card, the Shamanic Dream. Level 4. What did we need to remember? The Fortune's Wheel. Luck and right timing. When I say that, I go back to the Lovers. Enjoy our time here. Luck and right timing. We get sucked into listening to things without paying attention to Earth, to Mother Earth. We need to understand that there is motion, things are moving, we are getting clearer. Look out for patterns and be careful of who you're listening to, because they're going to give you patterns. It's going to be, now we have to pay attention to when we go online and we look for something, next thing you know, it's in our news feed. Next thing you know, it's on our YouTube channels as an ad or as a subject. So it feels to me like where we need to go for our truth is back into nature. It's learning about how the planet will sustain us, not to take too much, and open up the mind's eye so that we can see patterns, so that we can build on this opportunity. It feels like most of the planet is here in the second row. But they missed the first row. I missed the first row a lot. They sent me back to level 1. So I'm relearning a lot of this level 1. I know about this. I'm probably not doing a good enough job with it. And I am opening up my mind's eye. Just opening up that third eye. Because I am seeing patterns. I am seeing the building blocks. And I am listening to nature. I know we have it all. I know we have the comfort. And I think we are extremely lucky, because this is the right time. All right, you all. Thank you for joining me on this Sunday with Spirit. This was a good one. I had one up before, but I didn't feel so good about it. This one I'm gonna keep up. I hope I recorded this. That would be horrible. All right, you guys. Again, thank you for watching. If you're interested in learning more about rocks and feathers that Medium Kim and I are going to teach, shoot me an email. Be glad to talk to you more about it. All right. Peace and love.